Hey guys, this is Megan for Dynamic Modeling of Cities 2020, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to add a sketch effect to your videos using Adobe Premiere. After launching Premiere, I'm going to drag one of my videos into the project browser here, and then double click that so that it appears in the source viewer. Looks like the selection I want, so I'll now drag the media file into the timeline below. And use the slider along the timeline to check the video as well. First step to creating this tutorial, I'm going to duplicate this video as we want to create a scene of two videos merging together. And then once I've done that, I'll drag it into the timeline. Next, I'll go into the top ribbon and select Windows, Workspaces, and make sure all of my workspaces are selected before opening the Effect Control panel for this particular layer on the left-hand side. Once there, you can then see the Find Edges modifier that I've added through the Effects panel. You can see the primary purpose for this modifier is to add the sketch effect. By using the Invert tab here, you can invert your selection between a black and white sketch effect. In these settings, you can also adjust the setting Blend with Original. I'll go back across to the Effects panel and add a color balance modifier into the same layer. And using this modifier, I will turn the saturation to -100, which you can see has completely stripped all color from the sequence. In the color balance modifier, you can also adjust things like the lightness and the hue, which I'll save for later. Back over to the effects panel, I'm just going to search for the levels modifier and drag that onto the sequence in the timeline. From there, I'll then scroll down in the effect control panel and adjust RGB black input level, which will adjust the density of the black in the image by ultimately changing it to a value of 10. Just doing a test on the sequence here to see how it's working. As you can see, the transition between coloured and desaturated is a little bit clunky, so I'm going to go in and fix that next. So just working on that transition between clips, I've decided to test out a film dissolve to see if that works. And it's perhaps still a little bit too slow, so I'm going to go and remove that now and test out some other transitions like the additive dissolve as well. It's still not quite right, so what I'm going to do is move this sequence onto the channel above to create some crossover. There, I'll go in and add a cross dissolve to both the front of the second sequence and the end of the first. Just making little changes and adaptations to those to get the timing of the fade right. I'm just going to make one final addition to the video now by showing you the Find Edge modifier with the hue and saturation turned on. So how I'm going to do that is take this second clip here and cut it so that we can fade it into a version with the hue turned on. I'll then pop a cross dissolve over the top of those so they fade together nicely. And then the all-important final step, I'll just head back over to the effect control panel and activate that hue and saturation again for this second half of the video. You can adjust that and play around with it as you wish to get the desired coloured effect. And then I'll just do one final test on the sequence here to get the images transitioning nicely. And And then this is the final result of transitioning between no effect, a black and white sketch effect, and a hue and saturation activated sketch effect.